Welcome, Mary Alpha. Welcome, Raiders, as well. We showed up about just in time for the start of the final battle. Well, we're gonna see a little bit before that, but feel free to stick around if you'd like. Welcome, everyone. We're going to get started with Atelier Escha Logy pretty shortly. I am honestly rather tired today, so I hope this one isn't too sleepy of a stream. I'm actually a fairy of, how do I put this? I'm the strongest in autumn. But now that the winter is here, all I want to do is sleep. I tend to just fall right over. It's been like that most of today. I could barely escape out of the flower pile to get over here and start streaming, but I hope you all don't mind. The stream will happen anyway. For our stream today, Atelier Escha Logy is actually... I'm just at the mercy of the brutal surface area to volume ratio. It's true, it's true! I was so cold. So cold, and... all I could do was get under the pile of leaves. Anyway, Atelier Escha Logy is the first game that I started streaming, and there have been, I think, 14 streams now? Something along those lines. Which is quite a bit. This, I think, is going to be the second to last one. And it'll be the last full stream for sure. We are at the final boss fight. I took a little bit after last stream to craft some items. With the intent of crafting some, like, really strong items, but instead of doing that, I went and frolicked and then stayed up very late last night trying to just, I guess, make an attempt at some items that are pretty good. So hopefully they'll be enough to beat the final boss. Anyway, I'll get right in there, and after that, if we have some time afterwards, there are a few character scenes lined up, so maybe we can see those as well. There's a conclusion to the game at the end of the 4-year period, and we're definitely not going to get on to that on stream, but my plan is to finish this stream and then get to another one after that. Or I guess at the start of whatever game I end up playing next, I'll just take a little bit at the start to play the sort of end-of-game cutscenes then. Well, let's get to it. Is the game here? I guess not. Is the game here? Oh, there it is. Marvelous. I was playing a different game for a bit, so my settings needed to be tweaked just a bit. Actually, before we get going, if you remember the last stream, I think that I finished sometime in July, and now it's the end of September. That's because I ran around trying to farm for useful items for a couple months, and I didn't find anything at all. There was a time warp. Hi, Fiora! Nice to see you. How's it going? Etc. That question's to everyone who is sticking around, by the way, if anyone wants to say. But since there was a time warp, I missed a few cutscenes that I saw on my own while I was looking around for items, and I will show them to you now. This is actually in August, it looks like, but right after our heroes went up to the unexplored island and explored it and then made it stop being an island, it crash landed somewhere, and at this point in the story, they're not quite sure where. So Escha and Logy are just doing what they do best, which is doing some silly alchemy together.
How long should I rest?
If we rest for a few days,
Okay,
though,
good night.
we should see those cutscenes.
Where have I seen that child before?
That child, the most recent cutscene here, was in fact the one where the two of them were up on the islands and they saw what seemed to be, I wasn't sure if she was a hologram or some sort of, like, child that was the guardian of the ruins and was also the Bumblebee princess for sure.
What's the matter, Escha? You've been mumbling to yourself for a while now.
Oh, I'm gonna miss Logy's Foxboy outfit.
I might be mistaken, but have we seen Flamu somewhere before we met her in the ruins?
You think so too? I was actually thinking the same thing.
I just remembered, but do you remember that lithograph we found during our investigation?
Yeah, I do. What about it?
Give me a moment. I want to go over our translation again. See the spirit-like child written here? Doesn't that sound a lot like Flamu?
I see. That's right. No wonder I thought I recognized her from somewhere. I think you're onto something. This lithograph probably belonged to her, or was referring to her.
So, if the one in the sky is Flamu, and the ones on the ground are humans...
Hey, do you think Clonay is the person in between?
Huh? I don't think that's possible. This thing was written so long ago.
So long. How old does she think Clonay is?
This is Clonay we're talking about. I think it's entirely possible.
Then again, I figured she was only maybe like 50 years old or something like that, so I suppose it's not an unreasonable conclusion.
Maybe she knows something about Flamu.
Anyway, let's go talk to Clonay.
Eska staggered by having to reconcile with humans have
oh
silly
my.
notions about
You
age.
still have
Oh,
one
I
of
suppose
those?
we do, don't we?
I thought they were all long lost.
Don't they? I shouldn't
So
be
it
saying
was
we
talking
these
about
days.
Clone and Flamu.
It was talking about Clone and Flamu. Eska was a little bit staggered because she had to reckon with the fact that her mom is actually really old.
What does
She hasn't
this
thought
mean?
about this.
How are you and her?
Flamu and I were born in the same era. What you refer to as the ruins is actually a management facility.
So, you do know about Flamu then?
Yes, but I had assumed that system had long since stopped. But like me, as long as the power source is working, it will never cease functioning.
Oh, I hope the power source doesn't stop functioning.
What were the two of you doing there? Please, tell me in detail.
The ruins were designed to turn a deserted wasteland back into a lush environment. Flamu and I, and lots of our peers, were conducting research in order to save the world.
To make the plants grow. The people from that era created something so massive to do that?
But Flamu thought that as long as humans exist, the results she desired could never be enacted.
What does that mean? I thought you were working on this research together.
Yes, but in our plans, she determined that human beings were too much of a variable to handle.
Oh no. That is understandable, though.
As a result, she decided to move her facility to a place where humans could never reach her.
It's not an unreasonable
But
conclusion,
There was
but
no evidence that the facility was operational for the past few centuries.
it's a tragic one, too.
And then she woke up when we arrived?
Was she alone for that entire time? That's so...
The facility was in the sky for centuries. Surely her peers from that time are long gone. Maybe it would have been better for her to remain asleep up there.
Oh, Clone A, could you tell us a little more?
Let's leave her alone for now, Logy. I've never seen her so sad.
Oh no.
I guess you're right. Still, I can't believe she knew so much. And she's been here this entire time.
I'm as surprised as you are. Clone never talks about herself, so... I mean, I've been with her since I was very little, but I really don't know anything about her.
Honestly, I'd always thought that what happened long ago never really mattered to us now. Investigating the ruins was my job, but I was more interested in the lost or forgotten technology. But now I want to know the truth. Flamu brought her facility down, but what does she plan to do?
You're right. Clone wouldn't tell us anything about that. I'm more curious about Clone and Flamu themselves. They're supposed to be friends, but they haven't seen each other for hundreds of years. That's awful.
So sad.
You have a point. There must be something we can do for them. At any rate, we must take action.
Yes, I know there's something we can do for them. I thought I was pretty sure, but... Is something wrong? Excuse me. I received a report on our ship from the maintenance crew, so I
Oh,
wanted you to take a look.
that's right. Linka got a different outfit. I completely forgot about that. It's honestly a little bit strange seeing her in bright colors. I might change her back to her earthy tones, but...
Also, it seems like you haven't submitted your budget report,
Welcome,
so we've
Fire
come
Mountain.
to collect it.
How's it going? It's nice to see you. The Linka
I'm
outfit is
so
kind of
sorry,
striking,
I
isn't it?
forgot. What's on your mind? Huh? Oh,
Saying doesn't answer the question.
Okay, Linka.
sorry. It's just, I'm not really sure what to say.
Sometimes, when I'm not sure what problem I'm struggling with, it helps to say what's on my mind.
That's right. It doesn't matter what's wrong, just tell us. We want to be able to help you too.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you. Well, I might not be able to phrase it very well, but will you still listen?
It's nice to be able to do that.
Of course. It's this girl Flamu who we saw in the floating ruins. I feel like I've known her forever.
Wait, I don't understand. I thought the first time any of us saw her was in those ruins.
Yes, but when I was really little, Clone started drawing a picture book for me. It was the Bumblebee Princess, and though Clone never mentioned it, I think that character was her.
That would mean Clone never forgot about that little girl.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but...
Huh? Is something the matter?
Clone said she couldn't finish drawing the book, but I don't think the ending is depressing.
Are you certain about that?
Yeah, if I recall, that story had a happy ending.
Bumblebee Princess real. It's true. She's out there.
Clone doesn't appear to know anything, though. Could this all just be my imagination?
A strange story indeed. Is it? Perhaps the rest of the story exists, but simply remains to be told.
What rest? Clone said that that was the end of the story.
It's different from the story you remember, though. Maybe she's hiding a different ending.
Another ending? I never really thought of it that way.
We should continue the search. If your memory is correct, the truth is likely out there somewhere.
I suppose you're right. I'll try to look around for it, too. Thank you so much for hearing me out.
No, please, don't mention it. It's good to be able to help you. You can come to us with your worries. We don't mind helping you out at all.
I'm so glad I was able to join the R&D division.
When you find it, you have to tell us about it, okay? I want to look at this picture book too.
Right. I think I'd better look around the house then.
Let's look around the Apple House.
I could have sworn it would be around here somewhere.
What are you doing, Escha?
Are you looking for something? Oh, brother, Neo. I was looking for a picture book that was around here somewhere. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen one, but is it really that important?
Yeah, it's got to be here. I just can't find it.
Flamu's story, huh? All right, we'll help you search for it.
I'll pitch in too. If we all look together, we're bound to find it sooner, right?
Thank you. Let's split up and search for it then.
I can't seem to find it. Are you sure that it's here?
I can't think of anywhere else it could be.
Oh, hey, there's something tucked away back here. Could this be what we're looking for?
Yes! You found it! I knew there was more to the story. That's strange. Clone never told me about this part.
Now I wonder if maybe Melia was the one who actually drew those.
Huh? My mom?
I was small too, so I don't remember much about your mother. But she was such a warm person. She might do something like that.
Now that you mention it, the drawings are in a different style. Maybe Clone didn't draw this. Then, maybe Mom drew this picture book for me.
Hey, how does that version end?
It's from so long ago, honestly, I don't remember. Let's read it. The Adventures of the Bumblebee Princess, Part 10. The Bumblebee Princess was all alone, crying to herself, when one day a girl noticed her. It was her friend, the girl with the hat. The girl with the hat squeezed the princess's hand.
I'm sorry, Princess. We just didn't know. What did you not know? You've been working so hard, Princess, and all I could do was support you from far away. But leave it to me. Now it's my turn to save you, Princess.
So the girl with the hat and the Bumblebee Princess went to the town to convince the people there. Then, the people in town slowly opened up to them and became their new friends. Before she knew it, the Bumblebee Princess had made friends with everyone in town.
Now, Bumblebee Princess, let's build a new watering can. If we work together, we can build an amazing watering can that we couldn't build alone.
The Bumblebee Princess used to be alone, but now she had friends.
Yeah, let's build a watering can together and fill the world with beautiful flowers.
And so, they built a new watering can, and the town flourished, and they all lived happily ever after.
Yeah, now I'm sure. Melia probably wrote this just for you, Escha.
Something I wondered about at the start of the story, like the very start, was that it looked like in the drawings of the characters that later ended up being the Bumblebee Princess and Clone, there was like a human girl with twin tails, and I was wondering if she was supposed to be Escha, but I wasn't sure how that was possible if these events happened a long time ago. But in the context of the story, it makes sense now.
Oh, Mom. She was never good at telling stories. The pacing feels so forced.
Oh, Escha.
And the heroine changed from the Bumblebee Princess to the girl in the hat. Still, it's a good story. To make friends and grow flowers all over the city? How wonderful!
Storytelling doesn't have to be perfect. It's a good memory for you, no matter what.
Mom, I finally remember. I cried because I didn't like the ending. And she tried so hard to change it. Everyone became friends. And the Bumblebee Princess smiled, and I like this ending so much more.
It's so sweet.
It's more than just Clone. Everyone, even that little girl, deserves to be happy.
There has to be something that we can do too, Escha.
Yeah. I need to be the girl in the hat who saves Flamu. Let's go see Clone.
She needs to be the girl in the hat.
Clone, I found the Bumblebee Princess book that my mom finished.
I heard from Escha. Everyone wants Flamu to be happy, and I think you're no exception. Am I right?
That's...
I heard Flamu's voice in this
For
town.
the sake of this,
Right now,
we can put
I
Escha
can
in
say
a
that
hat.
with certainty.
I think I'm going to put Escha in a hat after this. She has to be the girl in the hat, right? She can put the key back later. It can be under the hat.
I can hear her. It's nostalgic, yet somehow very sad.
I've been meaning to ask you about that, Neo. Is that really possible?
This is only conjecture, but I've heard of management interfaces that can sense each other's minds.
Huh. So, people like Flamu can feel each other? But Neo's just a normal person, right?
On a major facility like Geosis, there needs to be a pedigreed alchemist to act as an interface.
All this backstory makes it really funny to think of Escha showing up in the ruins and waking Flamu up while she's wearing a replica of Clone's key. See, I think that's good too, right? Imagine if Flamu, like, remembered Clone and recognized, and she just saw this girl come up to her and was like, "Oh, are you her daughter?" Would she have that reaction? I'm not really sure.
That child, too, is one such alchemist. She is a Geosis interface.
Neo's just a normal person, right? That's right. I guess they don't really know about Neo's story.
Most likely against their will, however.
So, Flamu was an alchemist from long ago?
She is the interface? Does that mean her entire body was absorbed into the machine itself?
It's interesting.
Yes, but only alchemists from the bloodlines directly involved in the research have that privilege. It's possible that Neo's family was somehow involved in the development of Geosis.
I see. That's why I was able to hear her. But unlike me, that girl's been trapped in there.
Hey, Clone. Is there a way we can free Flamu from that place?
The implication that maybe Neo's family a long time ago were alchemists is really interesting. It's kind of a really fortunate coincidence. I had assumed that Neo could hear them because of certain incidents that took place in Atelier Escha, but if that's the case, it kind of makes me wonder about Aisha and Neo, like, running an apothecary far out in, like, deep in the wilderness. Maybe that was the sort of direction that their family or some branch of it ended up taking over several centuries.
Her mental state is completely unstable. There has to be something we can do for her.
Flammu has a very strong will, and has bound herself to that device. I doubt she will leave it on her own.
Exactly. Aisha learned the chemistry she knew from her grandpa, which ended up being essential for her to study alchemy. The idea that Aisha is a deep descendant of these people from long ago, it's really bittersweet, huh? Yeah, it's... especially considering, like, Aisha and I guess Keith Griff as well's, like, really complicated relationship with, you know, the alchemists and the tragedies of the past. For Aisha to, like, basically destroy one of their, like, great creations in order to, like, save her sister, even though, you know, that creation might have been the work of her ancestors.
Besides, she has lived too long as an interface. I doubt her mind is that of a human anymore.
Then, there's no way to save her?
No. Flammu's real body must be somewhere within Geosis's framework. If we can extract it from the system, it may be possible to free her mind as well.
Then we need to do something right away. I'm sure Flammu is in a lot of pain right now.
I'm sure that more than anyone else, well, maybe not more than anyone else, but Aisha's journey really, like, she traveled around the world and witnessed her by herself a lot of the horrors that alchemy could cause, or that it did cause specifically. If she realized that she was a descendant of the people who were partially responsible for it, I wonder how she would feel.
Is there any way you can convince her to leave, Clone?
After so long in the system, I very much doubt
It's
that
a painful
Flammu's
thing.
mind is intact. I doubt she remembers anything of her past life. Besides, I'm afraid I'd only get in your way.
Clone, it doesn't matter. You need to go see her. Come on, let's go together.
Even if I were to go, I'm sure she's forgotten that promise we made.
We won't force you, but are you sure you're okay with her story ending this way?
Clone is afraid.
No. I
Oh,
want to
Clone!
save that girl too. But do I really have that right?
It's not something you should ask us. You need to decide for yourself and take action.
I understand. In that case, please let me accompany you.
If you're going to see Flammu, could you take me along too? Since I was able to hear her voice, I might just be able to make her hear mine. Yeah, let's all work together to save Flammu.
Alright, they're going to work together to save Flammu.
Excuse me, are the two of you both here? We found where the ruins fell from the sky.
Really, sir? Where are they?
It would appear the crash site is somewhere due north of town.
Wow, this really will be easier to reach than when we were in the air.
Well, you'll have to cross over several high mountains, so they are still difficult to reach. I know we have the airship, but a direct route is still dangerous. I suggest we find alternate routes.
I see. So it's gonna be a while until we can actually go there again?
Don't forget the mysterious girl you mentioned in your report. She could still be lurking about. There are too many unknowns right now. We have no idea what to expect. Your safety is more important than the investigation itself. Please, promise me you'll be careful.
I understand. We'll make extra sure we're prepared.
And that's it. If we go out to the world map, then we'll see a new location open up. But at this point in the story, oh wow, was it really... It was actually in May that these events happened. Anyway, then I spent about 4 months looking around for rare items. with good properties, and I didn't really find much of anything. So I gave up and just decided to craft items my own way instead of trying to craft something really good. I'm going to load up the save file after that time passed. And while I'm at it, I'm going to tweak people's outfits a little bit. I think I might change Linka's back to her default outfit because I think it's really cute. And so Escha can be the girl in the hat. I will give her the hat. This isn't exactly the same hat, but she is the girl in the hat now. Is everyone else's outfits good? Logy is, of course, looking great as usual. Hollowbel, her outfit is the classic. Neo, she's Neo. I think this outfit's important. I guess she could wear... There's this outfit that she came with as part of the DLC as well. She could wear that, but it also feels a little bit much for this. It would suit the occasion, though. Let's see. What I ended up doing... Neo wears the Escha headband. Yes. She just had it around for some reason. Don't worry about it. So I didn't mess with anyone's armor, so their armor is actually probably going to be kind of flimsy. But I did give all of them some new weapons. So most of their weapons are things that I crafted myself since the last stream. There might be some better armor here for some of these characters, but... Oh, wow. Sorry, Katla, I haven't used you in a while. Oh, same with Neo. Oh, this should be fine. As for the party... I'm not entirely certain about this, but my plan was... something like this. To have Escha and Logy in the party, of course. Hollowbel for attacking power, Alwyn for tanking, Threa for breaking through weaknesses, and Lucille in case the party starts wiping. I might switch some other characters in after this, but... if we need to, but I think this will probably be enough for our needs, is my guess. Is the adventure equipment all set up? Looks like it. So with this...
What is our destination?
let's head to the Fallen Ruins. Oh. At first, I wasn't as fond of this map as in Atelier Escha. Just this sort of, like, it's a little bit smaller, there isn't as much to see just walking around, and it's all brown and sort of muddy looking. It's all dusty. But I've also grown rather fond of it. Even the sort of dark gloominess of it has a nice feeling as well. Oh, post-stream fried rice. Could you bring some over here to the Dusk Blossom Cradle? That sounds tasty.
Last time was a disappointment, but I expect us to find something great this time around.
Alright.
I found some synthesis material. I wonder what I should use it for. This looks like it could be useful. Let's put it in the basket.
There's actually a way to get some really... I'd probably only eat like 8 grains. Hey, don't say only. That's a rather filling meal, you know? Besides, I'm sure I could finish off a dozen or so.
This should be useful. Plants are commonly used in alchemy.
Looks like there's nothing left to gather. Let's go, everyone!
I'm not gonna bother fighting these enemies. I think at this point, I'd rather just go straight to the boss instead of...
Last time was a disappointment, but I expect us to find something great this time around.
Last time was a disappointment because... there's actually a way of getting really strong properties in this game, and it involves, basically finding relics that are, after you, like, increase the relic, like, the rare relic drop rate by a really large amount, you can start finding relics with really special properties in, like, some of the late game areas. I gave that a try for a few hours, but it didn't really work out. They were still too rare.
Smell.
So I gave up.
This must be a combustible material.
Smashing
Please
the
be
honey...
careful with it around flames.
Looks
Okay.
like there's nothing left here. Best if we moved on a bit.
Smashing the honeycombs will make the boss stronger. I see. I didn't want to smash them because I didn't want to make Flamu sad. It was like, oh, Flamu's gonna be sad if you smash those honeycombs. She might even be angry. So I didn't want to do it. It makes sense that it would make the boss stronger. I wonder how much stronger.
Now that we're on solid ground, there's nothing to worry about. Leave it to me.
It did give a warning about making her sad, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, I don't think I'm gonna smash them. Because I don't want to actually make her sad. It's not because I'm nervous that my build will be able to defeat her, of course. I simply want to make her happy.
That's a nice plant. It looks useful.
There are
Maybe
a
I'll
couple
pick
more
some too.
honeycombs here. I'm not gonna get them, though.
It would seem that there is no danger of collapse for the time being. Let us make haste.
That's one down.
Did I gather enough? I was hoping to gain some favors. Just kidding.
Yep. Ha!
I like this place a lot. The Fallen Ruins really looked more like the standard alchemical ruins that we've seen in the past, but whenever this place crash landed, it started developing like crystal growths and branches and flowers, all sorts of strange things. Oh, a cutscene.
That's...
Flamu.
This girl is Flamu? She's so small.
She's so
Are
tiny.
you
She's like a little
the
bug.
Cradle? Is it really you?
Flamu, can you hear my voice? This is Neo.
Neo. A nice name. A beautiful name, Cradle.
What is cradle in this sense?
Who are the rest of you? Are you friends of the Cradle?
Oh no.
You don't remember me? I am Clone.
She is such a little bumblebee princess. Oh, she doesn't remember Clone. She looks so sad.
Remember? What is it about you?
Welcome, Ashley Angel.
I was not expecting her memory to have eroded this much. I'm afraid that this is...
That's too cruel.
Flamu. My name is Escha Logy. I'm an alchemist from Colsate.
Escha Logy. Logy. Oh yes. You too are.
Is that name familiar as well? I wonder how long Clone's been taking care of alchemists.
I had thought that you'd run away long ago.
Oh no.
I won't run. I promise I won't run. We've come to save you, Flamu.
Oh no.
I decided that I wouldn't rely on you anymore. You have no patience. Easily betray your friends and lie without a thought.
That's rough.
You lack the will to make decisions. You are very vague, very difficult.
That's true. But she's our Escha.
That might be true. And we might have hurt you in the past. But we want to become your friends, Flamu. Being all alone here is no good. Let's go home together. You can live in Colsate with us and make new memories.
Oh. I love how even in the scale of, like, such an enormous, painful tragedy, Escha's she's so grounded. Her reaction is like, hey, you can come live in Colsate with us. We can pick apples together.
Please wake up, Flamu. It must be so painful for you right now. I heard your voice, crying for help the whole time, which is why we've...
It is too late. Autumn has come and gone, and so we must make spring bloom once more. If you intend to prevent that, then I'm sorry. But I don't care who you are. I cannot allow it.
She disappeared again. But I'm sure she went deeper into the ruins.
This bug does need a hug. Maybe the girl with the hat can do it.
I apologize. I think I've lost my reason to go further.
Oh, Clone.
It would seem I am incapable of convincing that child.
Clone, wait! You can't give up!
I understand. It's too painful for her. Even if there is something she could do. To see her friend again after all these years and yet be forgotten.
Clone, you've come so far! Anyway, we have to keep moving forward. Flamu, I promise we'll save you.
Clone needs a hug too.
What could it be?
Everyone has gone. The sun has gone cold and died. Even the green earth has turned brown. There is no one left, not a single soul. Where have they all gone? I'm all alone now.
I'm not sure what you're trying to say. It's not right for you to be suffering all on your own. I know that it's wrong.
I'm suffering? Why am I suffering? I don't understand.
Flamu,
This guy is
I
a
want to
magical
help you
girl.
live, and to work with you, and we can do our best to make the town better.
Not just in the swinging around a magical staff while floating in midair sense, but in the, like, emotional sense. She has the magical girl spirit, and she never backs down from it. I think that's wonderful.
If you work with us together, then every day will be better and better.
I'm sorry, but I have a promise to keep. A very, very important promise. That is the sole purpose of my life right now.
Oh, Flamu, don't say things like that.
So please, do not interfere. I no longer need a helping hand from humans. What do you mean to accomplish? I can't tell anymore.
Alright, this is it. Welcome, Harmless. You got here just in time. I no longer need a hug from humans. That's too tragic to bear.
Go any further!
Escha needs to change this
Everyone,
cruel fate.
please.
careful!
I won't let you go. Please.
Oh, this song is awesome.
Just
I think
leave
if I
this
remember
place.
correctly, the song is called Colony Collapse Disorder. Something that happens when the worker bees in a colony disappear, leaving only the queen and a few attendants. Just like what happened here. Alright, let's get to it.
Special spell! Spirits, lend me your power!
Alright, reduce defense.
Firepower's overwhelming! Yes!
In the nest that has no worker bees, all of the humans are gone. Oh, that's so sad.
Absorbing life!
Okay, there's the debuff.
Go any further!
Everyone, please.
Buff's neutralized.
I
Oh, what a
won't let
pain.
you.
I won't let you go. Please. Just leave this place.
Holland's tanking this really well, but it's a cool looking attack. I like the fins. Oh.
I'll show you the secrets of alchemy.
I brought 2 of these this time. Alright, I think this will be enough.
Twins! Take them all away!
You take it from here. Ready! An unconventional explosive. How's this?
You're wide open! I'll draw out its true power. This will be amazing. Prepare yourself.
You must be anxious as well. Let us make spring bloom together. I have a promise. A promise I need to keep.
Eternal Winter.
Whoa, careful!
Everything for that important promise.
Oh no.
I won't let anybody step in my way. Everyone, just disappear. We don't.
Oh. This is no good.
Oh, what should I do?
It'll be alright. Yes, Tristy, did you get it?
Here! My special spell! Spirits, lend me your power!
You take it from here. Let's do this. Take this.
I'll draw out its true power. This will be amazing. Prepare yourself.
Nobody here. I'm sorry. I couldn't keep.
Yay! We
Oh,
won!
Flamu. She couldn't keep her promise.
Maybe I got a little stronger? Looks like I grew again.
I can still do better.
Looks like Hollowbel grew again. After all that, it's nice to see a level up song. It's nice to hear a level up theme. It's nice to see everyone do their silly poses.
Is this really the end?
Flamu.
Flamu.
So it will all crumble to dust. I suppose there is no point now. Spring has come. Surely my promise will be fulfilled. Someday. Huh? Promise. What was my promise? I do not know. I cannot remember.
So you have forgotten even that. It was your one true desire.
Oh. To take on such a burden so long ago. And then lose even that. And lose the motivation that made you take it on in the first place.
Clone!
Oh.
I'm glad we made it in time. I tried everything I could to bring her back. Clone, you have to face Flamu.
Yeah, you're right, Neo.
You're Clone? Clone? No, this is impossible. You left me and sided with the humans.
No, you were the one who left everyone else. You took to the skies to be on your own.
Is that true? It can't be.
The lands continue to wither. In order to stop it, you continued your research on your own.
But the humans would not share my path. They would not walk at my side, would not save the Earth. I have stopped relying on the humans to help me. Yes, but you were different.
Geosis alone could never save this world. No matter how difficult it would be, we had to work together.
No, that's not true. That's why I flew into the skies.
Yes, you wouldn't listen. You left all your friends behind. But you left me a single apple seed.
I did... What?
With that seed, and in the belief that you would one day return, the humans and I grew a great orchard.
If they really bake an apple pie for her, I'm gonna cry.
The seed you left me now produces so many apples that I cannot gather the crops without help from others.
Yes, that's right. A strong apple tree that would not be defeated by anything. Why? Why did I?
You made a promise. A very valuable promise to me. But that does not matter anymore. That promise is a thing of the past.
That's right. I made a promise with you, Clone. A very valuable promise. While you planted trees, I would find out why the earth was withering, and I would return. And then once I knew, I would come back to you, and we would enjoy the apples together.
See? It's all okay now. You can stand on your own.
Yes. Yes. I'm home, Clone. I'm back.
Welcome home, Flamu. Your long journey is over.
I'm so sorry. I just didn't understand. I couldn't keep our promise, but I wanted to see you. For the longest time, I wanted to see you.
As did I. But the research doesn't matter anymore. I'm just glad to see you again. I know I was supposed to welcome you home, but it took a little longer than I'd hoped. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Escha Logy. I was forgetting something very important.
It's funny to hear this song again at this moment.
I had a very valuable, very important friend close to me. That's what kept me going so long.
I see. I didn't know anything. Clone was in our town this whole time, but I didn't know any of this.
There was no need for you to know. Having friends provides all the motivation one needs. Escha, would you be my friend?
Ayo.
Of course!
Oh.
Thank you very much. I'm truly glad to have met you, Escha.
Escha, you better bake her an apple pie after all this. They're friends.
Flammu, she disappeared. But why?
She's not human like us anymore. Perhaps when the interface was destroyed, she disappeared too.
No way, that can't be it.
No. Flammu was simply bound to the Geosis for the time being. But she must have gone somewhere else.
That's true. I've seen lots of ruins like this one. Also, for some reason, it's like I can still feel Flammu near me. I can sense her. Hey, do you think we were able to save her?
Yes, of course. If we hadn't, she wouldn't have smiled the way she did. The Bumblebee Princess's story finally has a happy end. Thanks to all of you.
Oh.
I wonder where she'll go now. Will we ever see her again?
I'm sure you will. As long as there are more Geosis facilities in this world, she will continue to exist.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. Someday.
Flammu, I will be waiting for you to finish your journey. I'll wait as long as I have to.
Oh. thanks everyone for sticking around to the conclusion of the adventures of the Bumblebee Princess. It's been lovely going on this journey with you all. Well, that's not the ending just yet, though. Thanks for streaming all of it. I was only able to stream it because you all stick around for it too. Maddie, welcome! Nice to see you. You did just miss the final battle though. I'm sorry to say, I'll post the VOD afterwards. There were some very heartwarming moments with, the Bumblebee Princess and our favorite robot girl. Well, robot old woman who is not, Escha. My condolences. I'll post the video later though if you want to watch it. It was very sweet, so I recommend checking it out. Hollowbel. Yes, thank you for remembering. The most important, the protagonist of the Dusk Trilogy. We haven't helped her out yet. The boss was too strong. And she hasn't made a deal with the fire spirit during some of the stream time. She might be too strong, or she might not be strong enough yet either. The party is stronger than before, but might not be strong enough to actually face that one. I was thinking though that since we finished in about an hour, I could spend some more time this stream just doing the remaining side quests. I'm not actually sure if we'll be strong enough to fight any of these, like, post-game bosses. But we'll see. And if we're not, maybe I could do a little bit of crafting before the end as well. And we'll see how far we can get. I am a bit sleepy, so I might wrap up earlier than usual, but I'll be sticking around for a while. Alright, who are we gonna do first? There's... I guess I'll do these cutscenes with the exclamation marks first. It's only fitting that the fire spirit is harder than Flammu, since she's the real protagonist's final boss after all. That's very true. Also, maybe we'll see Flammu around afterwards? Oh, okay. If you're gonna say that, then I gotta keep looking. Oh, that was fast.
Isn't that...
Could it be Flammu?
Alright, Maddie, so you will get to see her after all.
Hello, little alchemist.
I never would have imagined I would encounter you here.
The first Geosis facility was built here, long ago.
Oh, really?
There is not much spring left, but there is probably enough for us to talk. I see. Did you speak with Clone too? Yes. I learned a lot from her. She told me everything that happened up until now. And about you kids, too. She told me everything she could. I think we talked for so long that we both got a little tired.
Huh, I see. Well,
That's
I'm glad you and
really
Clone
lovely.
were able to talk after all.
And we're sorry about having to wake you up the way we did. It was all we could think of.
No, it's thanks to you two that I have awoken. Truly, I owe you my thanks.
Oh my gosh, I really love Flammu's design. Her rainbow hair, all of the horns and the antenna. Kind of a slag mixed with a fairy. It's really magical.
To think that the little seed would grow into such a magnificent orchard. It's unbelievable.
I really like the slag designs that all of the, like, sort of big alchemical, like, figures in the game have, or in the series have, I guess.
Apparently it took much effort, but the humans never gave up. I thought we'd never see eye to eye.
Aww.
We do fight over small things all the time. That's why it's so important to work together.
Even saying that after a game in which they're constantly dealing with the struggles of large organizations is a really special thing.
Because working through that, no matter how tough, is what makes the world a better place if we try.
You can go in the wrong direction but not notice it for a while.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Alchemists of the past and of today, we all try to move forward.
You're absolutely right. I think what you say is true. I would like to try once more. I think there's still more that I'm capable of.
Awesome.
And now, I won't be by myself. I have very valuable friends by my side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Aw.
I want to give this to you two.
This is...
A brand new life. Someday, it will bloom into a beautiful flower. Please, take good care of it.
Flamu, thank you so much. We'll cherish it.
It's a promise. I believe in you. I believe in all of you.
Aw. There she goes.
Looks like she's gone. But I'm sure we'll be able to see her again.
Just hands them a magical, alchemical flower and disappears.
Me too. I want to try planting this. And one day, I can show this flower to Flamu.
This thing is going to grow for 100 years, and then it'll be capable of curing every disease. Something like that. Oh, that was a nice one, though. Logy sometimes has, like, magical girl sidekick energy. That's so true. He definitely does, doesn't he? He doesn't really get how to be a magical girl, but he supports her. He supports her in his own way, and I think that's something really special that only he can do. Oh, that's so true, though. I wonder if, like, he has that feeling, or if they have that feeling in, Logy's route as well. I think the stories, as I've heard, are mostly pretty similar. Oh... There's another story. Is it a Michi story? It doesn't have his icon over here, but... Okay, actually, I think that we might be in the realm of character side quests. So let's get to it. We're doing Michi first. How did I voice Michi again? Miss Escha, I'd like to ask for your opinion on something. Do you have a moment right now? Oh, is this about the present again? Last time I tried to help you, it didn't turn out that well. No, well, honestly, you're the only woman whose opinion I feel comfortable asking. I see. Alright. This time I'll try to be a little more helpful. Thank you very much. I'd like to ask you, just for my reference, do I seem childish to you? Aw, Michi. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't be doing such a soft voice for you. Maybe it's a little mean. Though I don't really mean for it to be mean. Childish? Not at all. In fact, I think you're really mature for your age. I understand. So that means... Do you think my appearance is childish? For whatever reason, a certain someone cannot seem to see me as a mature man. You're like 14, dude. He's just a little baby boy. Oh. Well, when you put it that way, I can see why that would be a bit difficult. I feel a little bad. I don't want to... If he's small but he wants to be a big guy, then I want to support him in that. Nevertheless, it's not like I can suddenly decide to grow taller. Perhaps I can change my wardrobe? Would you happen to know a store in the vicinity? I still don't know about the area. I want to see Michi, I want to see Michi grow big and strong. Maybe. A clothing store for men? Where could we go? Oh yeah, I think I know a place that might have some options. I'll show you. I'm sorry, and thank you very much. Michi is awesome. He's such a dandy. What do you think about this place? I see. This actually looks quite classy. But everything might be a little too big for you. You might not fit. No, I can fudge my way through the size. Let's choose something from here. What? Are you sure? Well then, how about this, or this? Could— Oh my gosh! Oh, Michi! Oh, wow! What do you think about the new me? Oh my gosh, Michi! Really cute. What a look. It might work for you, but I still think the size is a little off. Oh, he's making it work. He's doing great. It is acceptable for clothing to drag slightly. In fact, doesn't a loose fit make me appear mature? He is serving Columbo vibes, as some might say. He definitely looks like he's going for that feeling. Even though he's like 14 years old. I think he's doing great. He's doing his best. One must always have a little extra room in one's heart. More words of wisdom from my instructor. I understand people wear baggy pants and let them crumple at the bottom. Is this true? I don't actually think that looks good on you. Right then. What about this coat? Apparently it's been imported from Central City. It appears to be high-quality material, and I feel classy wearing it. What do you think? You look like a child wearing his father's coat to me. Escha, how dare you! You can't do this to him! Bronco, Columbo's son from that one episode of Lupin the Third. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, but it might be kind of cute now that I see it. It's like you're trying to tiptoe to be taller. Escha, you can't do this to him. Cute. I don't want to look cute. I want to look mature. However, if this coat fails me too, what would suit me then? Why don't you just be yourself? I think your current wardrobe is pretty cute. That does not help me achieve my goal of presenting myself as an adult male. At any rate, I've already tried them on, so perhaps I should purchase these garments. Ah, Michi, you're definitely not the only guy who gets looked down on for not looking super old, but at the same time, you're you, so I think it's fine. People should respect you as you are. He will be mature later as well, it's true. He'll get there. You're really going to buy them, Michi? Well, whatever makes you happy. Escha's being really vicious here. Thank you very much. I appreciate your help, Miss Escha. Are you really going to wear that? Maybe you should wait just a little bit until you grow into it? I think he looked really cute. I think he looked great. But honestly, his usual outfit is kind of the most, like... If this wasn't in an Atelier Dusk game, he would be, like, the most stylish person in the game. Grow into it. Yes. If only I had a few more inches, it would be brilliant. That's probably going to take a little more time. Hang in there, Michi, you'll get there. Imagine if Michi were an Infinity Nikki instead. Aw. Welcome, Marie. You made it. Just in time for... well, this is the last stream of Escha and Logy. We already did fight the final boss. I imagine you've already seen that, though. right now we're just going around and doing some remaining character quests for the rest of the stream. And then I'm going to have an epilogue stream at some point in the future, probably right before, or right at the start of whatever I end up streaming next. Congratulations on main story clear. Thank you, thank you. It was lovely. I was tearing up. I really like Flamu and Clone. Alright, well, this is Raper time. Ugh, I think we will simply never agree. Huh? Miss Threa? What should she be doing in the bar? Wait a second, you've got it all wrong. That's not what I meant. Then what exactly did you mean? Would you mind clarifying that for me? What's the matter, you two? I don't think it's good to argue. Rafer started it. We're not arguing. We're simply stating differing opinions at an elevated intensity and volume. Oh, that's what arguing is. So what are you arguing over? Look, you know how Threa is only interested in research, academics, stuff like that? I was just telling her it'd be great to have a few hobbies here and there. You know, interests. The way you present your case makes it sound as though my life holds nothing of interest in it. No, your life is far from boring. Wouldn't it be nice to do something else? Like sew or cook? Oh, that's a great idea. I can teach you really simple sewing, Miss Threa. Oh, Eska can sew. That's nice. Your mind is so old-fashioned. Just because I'm a woman, I should be cooking and sewing. That is where Rafer went first, isn't it? If we're going to take the trouble, we should look for hobbies that challenge us intellectually. She's right. Sometimes reading a book from outside one's areas of expertise is quite helpful. Sewing is good, though, is the thing. Cooking is good, too. It's awesome. I understand what you're saying. Really, I do. But you do see where we're coming from here, too? Not at all. Why don't you organize your thoughts before you open up that mouth of yours? This is a waste of time. I have work that needs doing. If you'll excuse me. We're never gonna see eye to eye on this, are we? If it's always gonna end in an argument, why do you even bother bringing up these topics? I mean, you can say that, but it's such a waste to do nothing but hide from others all day. If that's how she feels about it, though, I guess that's it. She'll never come to see it all our way. Welcome, Krungo Kong! Hey, good to see you. You're just in time for some silly character scenes at the end of Escha Logy. The final boss happened a little bit ago, and that was all well and good, but now we're seeing Rafer make a bit of an ass of himself. But I think what he's saying is reasonable. Thank you. It feels nice to be finishing up my first stream game. I see. Aw, I wish you two could become friends. I wouldn't mind the chance to be a friend, but she's got no intention of budging. Really? I think she's fighting back because you're not serious enough to defend your opinion. I won't deny that, but if you can't speak casually with someone, then how can you become friends? That's true, that's true. You know, she does come to me to talk sometimes too. Maybe she wants to be my friend in some way. I get it. Maybe Miss Threa's hobby is to have arguments with you, Rafer. Yeah, I've known people like that. Are you serious? That'd be really bad. Aw. It's nice to have comrades after all. That was neat. Alright. We have two more. Which one should we do first? Threa or Lucille? I'm gonna go with Brea. Huh? Isn't that... It's Threa and Michi. What could they be talking about? I just got these scenes, so I think these are, Threa's Max friendship sort of scenes. They're the, like, specific character events in this game happen at certain, like, friendship thresholds. And Threa and Lucio maxed theirs out pretty recently, so... Please, Miss Hazelgrim, I need your help. Oh, is this about... I told you already, I don't know anything about that man. The Hazeldines and the Hazelgrims may be related, but we're separate. I don't know anything about them. But it was his malicious actions that led to alchemy in Central City falling behind more than a decade. Whatever his reasons may be, I think he needs to turn himself in, so his story may be heard. Michi, you're so silly. Perhaps, if you truly think that way, then why don't you catch him already? This has absolutely nothing to do with me. Would you please leave? This is Michi. He's a little princeling. Alright, I'll be back tomorrow in case you change your mind. Now then, it's not polite to eavesdrop, you know. Sorry. We didn't mean to, but it was really tough to say anything there. It doesn't matter now. It didn't matter then either. It's nothing you need to worry about. More importantly, I have another suggestion for our next investigation. Yes, no problem. Where would you like to go this time? Do you recall the underground research facility in the mountains? I'd like to do more research there. According to literature I've found, there should be more ruins nearby, but I can't seem to locate them. If we go back to those ruins in the mountain, I think we'll be able to find more information about them. Yeah, it's nice to hear, isn't it? What other ruins do you think they'll lead you to? If I knew, we wouldn't have to go back to the first ones. But now that you understand, let's go. Okay. Miss Threa looks like she's in a bad mood. Anyway, let's go back to those underground ruins for her. Now, where should we investigate next? Interesting. I didn't actually catch which ruins she was referring to. The underground research facility in the mountains. I feel like there are multiple research facilities, or at least like multiple spaces that looked like old ateliers.
Where are we going?
I'll see if any of them are highlighted. This one was highlighted a long time ago, but it was for a super boss that is still too strong for me. Okay, so this is it. Well... the cistern. Cistern is a funny word. How did these ruins end up like this? Who knows? Isn't it Threa's job to find that out? You're starting to see how this works. That's exactly what my job is. Though I have a good idea. Oh, I love this. I love going on an adventure with Threa in some ruins. I wish I could do that too. You're telling me this turn is cis. Sorry. Forgive me. Wow, that's amazing. So what happened to this place? As I'm sure you're aware, in the old era, there were several countries like Central City. I wasn't aware. Is there such a thing as a trans turn? I don't actually know what is cis turn? It's probably like, it probably comes from like Latin, right? So I bet there might actually be such a thing. I'm not sure if that's the, I'm not really sure what it means though, actually, so I can't really say. You should know at least that much. It's pretty common knowledge. And it's written that mankind fought amongst itself quite frequently in those times. So, this is rather interesting. And this world, the world of Dusk, there aren't countries anymore. There's like one thing that would be considered a country, but what Central City is seems a little bit like a central government, but without necessarily the same degree of dominion, if that makes sense. I mean, they have people who work for them, but they don't seem to be... It feels a bit different from this world's countries. Oh, cistern is derived from cista, Latin for box, not cis. I see. So maybe it's referring to the water tanks? I guess that would be it. Exciting. Something used to store water. Okay, that's it. I didn't know. I'm just a fairy. Research facilities like this were built during that time. To put it simply, they researched weapons. Supposedly they used alchemy for evil in the past era. I've heard of that as well. I never knew that happened back then. Why couldn't everyone get along? Oh, you're asking me, Escha. Sounds silly, doesn't it? But apparently they were fighting for an extremely long time. It's well known today, but back then, it was one man's research that uncovered this truth. Welcome, ShadowJetX. No one believed him at first, but the more he investigated, the more the data validated his theory. I see. That's amazing. And is that person why you became a historian too? I wouldn't say it's the only reason. It's not like I wanted to become him. Then, why did you want to become a historian? I had an uncle who thought he was doing good for the world by doing constant research. But alchemy was quickly advancing, and soon there was a chance that it would create only more conflict. He wanted to fully uncover the truth about alchemy, and feared mankind would repeat its mistakes. Uncovering the truth. Those words turn up a lot in books about alchemy. And yet, there are many people who only learn and advance alchemy for their own selfish desires. My uncle destroyed a number of alchemy facilities to stop those who lost sight of the truth. Heathcliff mentioned. He destroyed alchemy facilities? That's a grave crime. You would go that far? Yes, he was once a famous researcher and alchemist, but he's now a wanted criminal. Heathcliff is awesome and his actions were just. This is Hollowbel the Forest Fairy. You heard it here first, folks. You've probably heard it here many times, or heard it many times, but Heathcliff is awesome. Industrial sabotage is justified. Because of him, my family has been implicated as his accomplices. Who knows what people are saying now? Miss Threa, you didn't do anything wrong, Miss Threa. No matter what the others say, you're innocent. Well, thank you. But I hold no grudge against my uncle. I trust Keithgriff's judgments as to which alchemy workshops should be burned to the ground. Yeah, pretty much. He didn't destroy everything. He left Aisha's just fine. I want to know if the people of the past fell because of their ambitions, and see if their technology is worth pursuing. So that's why you do your own research, to understand what happened. You look at the mistakes people made in the past to help us make decisions today. Yes, and I pray that mankind was not that foolish back then.
Right. Where are we going?
Okay, so if we go through the cistern, we go into material storage. The Atelier of Eternity. That sounds... Actually, can you get there from here? I want to see if this passage leads there.
Woo! Get a whiff of that. Smells like treasure.
You use natural materials like this, correct? You should take it.
This looks like it could be useful. Let's put it in the basket.
Heathcliff's burning of alchemy workshops is fine, but he is kind of a mid-dad, so he is still worthy of criticism, that's for sure. He's actually a big meanie and a tsundere, so... The industrial sabotage is fine, but saying mean things to Aisha is not.
Where should we...
Whoa, there's so many things here. Is this what research labs looked like in the past? There's some strange sights here. Things you wouldn't see in other ruins. I think in this game, I guess the contrast between there are alchemy studios that you see, like, here and in Aisha that were, like, the work of the alchemists from the old era. And pretty much without exception, like, I mean, the modern day alchemists, like, Escha and Logy's workshops are, like, really bright and colorful and full of light, full of, like, plants and things like plants and books and, like, color, basically. And whenever you go to the ones in the past, they're always, like, deep underground or, like, deep inside some, like, complicated machinery, and they're all gray and brown. They all feel really just kind of painfully sparse and a little bit like, this feels like a bit of a tragic place to be, that sort of thing. It's not like there's nothing. Maybe it's like Greek statues. Maybe they used to be super colorful, but they all decayed. It could be like that, it's true. At the same time, it's not like all of their spaces are, like, super gloomy or anything like that. I mean, what was it called? Odelia's library in Aisha is a rather bright place. So, maybe it's just because... Maybe it's because Odelia was there to keep taking care of it. Good workshops are wood buildings with windows, and bad workshops are made of stone and brick with no windows. I think so, anyway. I believe that this facility was used to make weapons, but I cannot find data on what kinds of weapons. Are you sure they weren't researching something else entirely? Isn't that possible? If that's the case, I wonder what they would have been researching. It must be related to alchemy. Also, there are artifacts similar to those found in the north. What are they doing in this place? A good workshop is wherever you feel most comfortable getting work done. I'm in my atelier right now. Wonderful, Shadow Jet X. To be honest, once upon a time I did feel rather comfortable doing work in places like this. I remember when I was a fair bit younger doing a lot of work in a building that was mostly concrete, actually. It was very gloomy, and people were not very fond of it. They couldn't stand doing schoolwork there, but I loved it quite a bit. I think such a place like that can even be comfy if you make your nest there. However, these days I need more sunlight than that. Miss Threya, there's a notebook over here. A notebook? Not all documents? It looks like it was written relatively recently. Who could have possibly been here and written that? Let's have a look. That handwriting. I've seen it before. Let me see that. Alright. Heathcliff time. Sure. Go ahead. I see. I think I understand now. This notebook was left behind by my uncle. Huh? You mean your uncle? The wanted criminal? So your uncle came here too. What does it say? He suspected something was amiss, like we are doing now. He was studying this facility's purpose. It appears this place primarily conducted experiments on plants to make them grow in the wastelands. Wow, they were doing that too? It must have been tough to live back in those times. If they'd found an answer, though, it would have been really helpful for us. Furthermore, it looks like there are other ruins with a similar purpose all around the world. This leads me to believe that many of the old countries were working together to solve a common problem. You also said that these countries fought amongst one another. Why would they... Yes, about that. It's indicated that this facility was built near the tail end of the previous era. It's possible that the countries united in a common cause as the land began to die around them. You mean they became friends and worked with each other? I wonder. Perhaps the strongest country forced the others to unite. There's no evidence either way. Former enemies turning to each other for help in times of common trouble. It's quite dramatic. This could be a very big discovery, then. Yes, if it's true, it suggests that the previous era saw an end to the practice of war. Anyway, we should return. I'll need to rethink how to revise my thesis in light of this new evidence. Right. This is becoming really interesting. Oh.
Woo! Get a whiff of that. Smells like treasure.
Not now, Raper. Ah. I do like this place. It might be dark, but it actually is kind of calming seeing her in here now. A little dark and gloomy, but it's also rather wide and open. And the machinery is really pretty, all of this glassware. You can tell that they loved the work they were doing. I wonder if a lot of ateliers were in underground places like this because of the threat of being discovered in an era with so much conflict. It could be. I didn't think about that at all, but... whether it was weapons or attempting to develop crops, maybe crops that could prove profitable, perhaps they had to do their work in secret. A little bit tragic that they started working together only once they realized the nature of the crisis, only once the land had started to die. Only when it was already too late to stop it from happening. And all they could do was figure out what to do next.
So, the adventures of Bumblebee Princess are finally over.
Oh, great. There's a cutscene here. Nice music.
Yeah, and it was a happy ending.
I'm so glad. I'm really happy that I was able to be part of the development team.
Yeah, me too.
But our work isn't ending with a happily ever after yet.
That's...
Maybe you should take a break for once too, Marion.
Oh, I can't do that. We need to prepare investigation reports on Geosis and the effect it has on the area where it fell.
Hey, stop celebrating. You two are still employed, you know.
We're going to get even busier soon, so you two better prepare yourselves.
Oh, that's stressful. Don't say that, Marianne.
It kind of looked like Marion's eyebrows were twitching.
We're done for now, but the top brass have their work cut out for them. Then again, so do we.
Yeah. What have you decided to do next, Logy?
Wow, great work. Now I can rely on you to get even more done. Oh my gosh.
I hadn't really thought too far ahead on it. For
What
now,
a
I
struggle.
feel a lot of fulfillment from this job.
Then...
We'll be working together more. You're my #1 partner after all.
Oh, Logy.
Yes! I feel the same way. You're the only one I truly feel at ease working with.
Oh.
Although I think it's about time for you to be able to do paperwork by yourself.
Don't say that. Anyway, let's continue to do our best.
That was nice. Gonna
How long should
rest
I
for a couple
rest?
days and see
Okay.
if it makes any new Threa scenes, but that might be the end of her story. Oh no! Here we go. Miss Threa, isn't that your uncle's notebook that we found in those ruins? Yes, it has quite a bit of data, so I'm using it as a source in my new thesis. I should be finishing soon. I guess we haven't seen the end of hers yet because she hasn't had a CG. She hasn't had a picture of her getting up to something. Wow, that's great news. Congratulations. It's not that great. I'd rather be collecting my own data than having to rely on his work. He was so far ahead of me ages ago. I can't sleep knowing that. To think he'd just leave detailed notes behind like this. It's not like him. Well, maybe you can just think of it as a present left behind by your uncle. It's still a major discovery, isn't it? Why didn't he go public with this, instead of leaving it behind? Who knows? Perhaps it has something to do with this truth he was so fixated on. Uh-oh, she's getting mad. What kind of thesis are you writing, Miss Threa? Haven't I told you about it yet? It's a study on why our ancestors disappeared into history. Civil unrest, war, and the loss of resources seem to be leading causes, but I believe in others. The data we've found leads me to think that there was a major shift in the later years. That alone opens new questions. Perhaps our current understanding of the past is completely wrong. In other words, you expect that your thesis will spawn a great deal of new theories about the past. Yes, to put it bluntly, it's still too early to release this to the public. I need more evidence. But even though the old people tried so hard, they still died out in the end, right? Everyone dies eventually. The same goes for cultures. But to die and leave nothing behind is a tragedy. It's something we must never forget when we research history. I've never thought of it that way. Yeah, it would be rude of people to just say things about them without facts. That's important too. Thank you for understanding. I'm glad to have you on my side. I'll make sure you see my thesis. I have to show it to one of my friends first. You won't be the first to read it. I hope your thesis isn't too difficult for me to read, Miss Threa. Speaking of ateliers, though, Escha and Logy are considered to be stuffed away into the back of the Colsate branch, where they weren't expected to get much done. Oh, that's interesting. Thanks for mentioning that, Shadow X. I guess that was the case at the start of the game, wasn't it? It felt a little... I feel like if I remember right, it felt a little bit cramped at the time. It feels like warm and cozy now, but at the same time, at the start of the game, it was definitely presented as a, like... Wait, we're just, like, kind of stuffed back here together? I'd read it and help explain it in terms you'd understand, Escha. Oh, that's nice. Well then, I'm going back to my office now. Thanks for all your help in the investigation. Of course. I hope you can finish your thesis soon. Yes, the people didn't simply self-destruct. At the end, they unified their knowledge, but still failed. There was something they could not overcome, even with all their technology combined. How can we ensure we do not share their fate? Did you already find that answer, Uncle Keith? I really love this series.
How long should I rest? Okay.
Hey there! I've got plenty of new products today. Please, come take a look! What could this be? It looks like a charm of some sort. This is the Katla scenario. Oh, Miss Escha, you've got an eye for treasure. It's said that item brings great luck in romance. That sounds like a flat-out lie. As usual. You sure it has any effect at all? Come on, Logy. Of course it does. I got it from Miss Hollowbel. Oh, good. Then you know it's high quality. That makes me even more suspicious. Or maybe she really did make a magic charm? Why don't you give it a shot? If I see some sparks fly between you two, we'll know it's legit. Oh, Katla. I know you're just trying to trick us into buying it. Gosh, you never let it rest, do you? Aw, you got me again. Why won't you just fall for my tricks once in a while? You never give up, do you? But a love charm that actually works? Hehe, that sounds amazing. Excuse me. Oh, Mitchie, welcome, welcome. I've got plenty of new wares today. Have a look. New wares? What might you have? I've got this new love charm. It might help you win the heart of the girl that you have on your mind. Oh, don't say this to him. But, love charm, is this true? Katla. Hang in there, Katla. That's what she claims, but there's still no proof that it works. But please, sell one to me. Why, thank you very much. How manly of you to seal the deal before even hearing the price. I was hoping he would show up in his awesome new outfit, but... Oh? Is there a girl you like, Michi? Hey, Escha, we probably shouldn't discuss that here. No, that's... I'm cheering for you, Michi. Who's the lucky lady? I can't tell you that. Storms off, haughtily. His princely walk. Aw, he ran away. Haha, he really is an interesting character. Maybe I shouldn't have asked him so suddenly, but I hope that charm works for him. Escha absolutely destroying the moment. Oh. Escha did it. Alright. There's... I think that now that the scenes with, now that the scenes with, Berea are ongoing, Owen's finished, Rafer's might be ongoing still, Linka's I think are finished. There's also Katla and Michi's who are still ongoing. I think that the main one we have left to do is Lucille. I'd like to learn more about her. She showed up at one point as, like, a doctor-type character, but we still don't know a whole lot about her or her reasons for being here. Hey, both of you, come here. I just received a new request from Central City. Wait, from Central City? Why would they send a request to us all the way out here? Please allow me to explain that. Huh? You're in charge of this meeting, Lucille? What's going on here? My family lives in the business district in Central. We're in Disruption and own the Urnella Company. Oh, Lucille Urnella! The Urnella Company? The one that specializes in pharmaceuticals? Are you kidding? Wow, Lucille Urnella from the Urnellas. Why didn't I realize it sooner? Your family is loaded. Oh, I wonder how she feels about that. I don't really know what's going on, but I guess Lucille's family is really, really rich? Rich doesn't even begin to describe them. But what's the wealthy heiress doing all the way out in Colsate? I was being selfish, and asked to be stationed as far from Central City as I could. Lucille loaded? Lucille being, like, the wealthy heiress to a, like, you know, pharmaceutical family, and being like, I want to go as far away as possible. I want to go out to the desert. I think I'm starting to get a better picture of her now. If I go somewhere where the company has influence, nobody wants to let me do any real work. Oh, I see. You could have told us sooner. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hide it from you guys or anything. I kind of understand how you feel. If I knew that from the start, I'd probably treat you differently. Yeah, the way that she's, like, kind of wanted to, like, get into her role really quickly, at least, like, towards the start of the story, it feels like it makes a lot more sense, given that information. Oh, welcome, Captain Lucas. We're just doing some side quests right now. We're around the end of the game, or a little bit before it, but we already saw the final boss fight, and now we're kind of doing the remaining sub-stories, basically. Even though I only found out after she was stationed here. I didn't want you to freak out, so I didn't tell you. Nepotism is bad when it's annoying. But our next job is a request from the Urnella Company itself. Lucille and I decided it's best you knew. Well, Lucille is nice, so it's okay, right? Ooh, so what's the job this time? Do you remember that epidemic that spread across the region a little while ago? It might be back. The company is trying to develop a new vaccine for the virus in order to prepare for the worst. Oh no. The epidemic might spread again? Oh, it's stressful. And they want our help in the matter, is that it? The company is sending out requests to a number of regions, but I'm sure we got one because of me. I have no idea how much we can do here, but... No, if they're working hard to make a vaccine, we need to do our best to ensure that they get what they need. Let's all put our heads together and do what we can. Ms. Escha, thank you so much. Boss, what's the duration for this assignment? We're all being told that the deadline is until the vaccine is complete. But frankly, I can't say when that'll be, so I can't make it your primary assignment. So, we're supposed to work on it when we have the time? Medical research isn't our specialty. Even if we want to help, we don't have specialized training. If only we knew someone who knew medicine. You know, there's a certain someone who might be able to help out with that. Oh, thank goodness. Neo mentioned. This is really funny because I was just watching someone play Trauma Center last night. Ooh, how was that? I've been curious about those games. I know that they're by the same studio that did Etrian Odyssey around the same time. Guilt-ridden? Oh no, what happened? Was it traumatizing? Oh, Lucille, here's where you are. Yes. I thought that maybe Miss Neo would know some ways to help create the vaccine. Okay, the joke here is that the weird virus is called guilt. Oh, I see, I see. You're making a joke. Yeah. Guilt is the demon disease that makes doctors do Danmaku shit in your liver. That's a really good name for a disease, though. It's very compelling. It seems like the sort of disease you would have to fight in dramatic video game sequences while doing surgery. Neo, do you happen to know anything about the vaccine? Frankly, the term epidemic could cover any number of potential disease vectors. And there's no one vaccine that can prevent all types. It's simply impossible to create a perfect one. Oh, so it can't be done after all. If you can eliminate some of the options and focus on the one that's spreading, I might be able to help. I'll try to do some research on my own, but I can loan you some books that might be of some use. Thank you, Miss Neo. That would be a huge help. The only thing is, they're written in ancient script, and they're hard reading. Well, I know a little of the ancient language. Alright then, wait right here. I'll go find you some books that will come in handy. It's really nice seeing Neo, like, having sort of grown into her role here in the town. Like, in Aisha, you see her towards the end, and she's, like, really happy to assist Aisha, but at the same time, it's like, this is a story where Aisha's been, like, kind of going on an adventure around the world, and Neo, like, hasn't had the chance to do that. So it's really nice seeing Neo, like, developing her own sense of expertise, finding her own place in this world. I knew Neo was the person to go to for anything medical. Yes, it certainly seems that way. What's the matter, Lucille? You don't look too happy. Oh no, I'm happy. Really, I am. It's just that I'm not all that great at the ancient language. But because most books on medicine are written in it, I studied really hard. But I'm still slow with it. Yeah, I heard that most people who study medicine hit a roadblock there. Right, and I tried studying the medicine and not the language, but even then I didn't get much faster. What a struggle, having everything be in a language that isn't your native one. Makes it so much harder to study. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll do just fine, Lucille. But even if you say that... Sorry for the wait. Here's a few books that might help you. Thank you very much. Alright, I need to read through these. Thanks, Miss Neo. If we find out any more information, we'll let you know right away. Sure, I know it won't be easy, so hang in there. I guess I'll try reading them in the atelier. If we all pitch in, we'll learn more. Got it.
Welcome, Escha. Is there anything you need? What do you need? Please come anytime.
Neo. Now, in order to make the vaccine, we'll need to decipher the documents Neo gave us. Let's split up and try to find some useful information. Yes, I'll do my best. This is pretty tough. Can Miss Neo really read all of this? This is about the side effects of various plant extracts, with side effects on specific combinations. And this is gonna take a while just to read, let alone understand. I guess it wasn't as easy as we thought. How are you doing, Lucille? Lucille! She's going through it. I can't understand. How can you two read such a difficult book so easily? Ahoo! Poor Lucille. It's hardly easy. I have no idea what we're looking at here. Yeah, it's overwhelming. I'm sure she has a lot of expectations on her, so to be struggling with something like this must be really painful for her. But at least you can tell that you don't know anything. It took me years to be able to read that much, and I was always the slowest reader in my class. That struggle of being really eager to, learn a field and yet hindered by something that's, not even the thing itself, but, something that you need to be able to study it. And I know people made fun of me behind my back, saying I'd never be a doctor, that I was spoiled. Lucille. That's not true. Lucille, you worked so hard up until now. But I'm still not good enough. I studied hard so I could be a doctor, and I'm always left behind. In the end, I became a government worker so I could use what I learned to help people around me. I wanted to help, but I only ended up causing nothing but trouble. Don't worry. If you put your mind to it, you'll be able to do all sorts of things. If you put your mind to it... That's just the sugar-coated drivel successful people say. Oh, a little bit of bitterness from Lucille there. Nothing I do goes according to my plan. Even if I continue to work here, I feel that Hey, we just started on this case. You've got to give it more time. Don't give up before we start. Yeah, but that doesn't make me any more useful. So that's what she's worried about. Lucille, you know, I wasn't able to read these books until very recently myself. But you never said that. When Eska started working out here, she couldn't do most of the more difficult synthesis. She studied really, really hard during all her spare time to be able to read the way she can now. Then you mean Miss Eska? It's nothing to brag about, but I'm not actually that good at studying. Come on, let's do this research together. I don't know half these plants. I need your help. You need me to teach you? I don't know much about herbs either, so I will read this out loud to you. Can you tell me what it means? Yes. Aw, Lucille. Oh, that took us quite a while. I think we can create a recipe now. That's great, but it looks really difficult to make. Are you sure we can synthesize this? Obtained. Vaccine recipe. Oh, lovely. Alright, I'm gonna take a short break here. Maybe about 5 minutes or so. But once I'm done with that, we can come back and create the vaccine. Alright, I'll take a break, but I'll see you in 5 minutes.
さやかな歌を綴るそしてまたきっといくつもの出会いがある数知れぬ別れがある歩き出そうここからまたいつか見た青い空のもとへ僕の手のひらに鍵が一つ求める鍵穴もただ一つあなたが胸に閉じ込めている箱の中に潜むその心今夜だけはささやかでも甘い甘いご褒美を知らぬうちに膨らんでたその力が花開く時を待って僕の手のひら
Okay, I'm back. I'm not going to go through that whole song. That was a little bit longer than 5 minutes, but we're back now. So there are a couple of medicines that are part of this book. Well,
What should I make?
for this last stream, let's do a bit of crafting. Would be a heal, right? Immune medicine. Okay, so there's immune medicine, and somewhere here there's something called prevent medicine as well. At least I thought there was, but I don't see it here. Unless maybe it's a logy.
All right, what to do?
where
What
it could
should
be.
I make?
I'll make the prevent medicine for now. Or the other one, the immune medicine.
What materials should I use?
I use one of these really good ones.
Is this alright? Alright, let's start. Please go well. What should I use? Adding fuel. It's still okay. What should I use? I'll try harder. What should I use? Raising cost. What could happen? Yes, looks good. What should I use? Adding viscosity. What should I use? Using special skill. What should I use? Using special skill. What should I use? Using special skill. What should I use? Is this alright? I'm crafting the item. Yay! It's done!
Immune medicine.
What properties should I keep?
It should probably resist illness. It should be strong medicine. And I guess I'll take this one as well.
Is this okay? It's done!
Was that it? We finished it! This vaccine should cure the epidemic. I can't believe we were able to make it ourselves. Aw, that's nice. Like Neo said, it's not going to work on everything, but it's better than nothing at all. All that's left is to give it to the Urnala Company to see if it works as a cure. Yes, I'll send it home right away. Thank you both so much for cheering me on and supporting me after I caused so much trouble. Hal, don't worry about it. You can cause us all the trouble in the world. Escha. There was a screenshot noise there because I screenshotted it because that's a really sweet thing to say to someone. All we ask is that when you have people working under you, you help them in the same way we helped you. You won't be our assistant forever. If you keep working hard in what you do, you're going to grow. Yes, I know I'm going to bother you more in the future, but promise me you'll take good care of me. Aww. That was really sweet. Alright. There's something I'm going to do right now. It looks like we're out of cutscenes to do. And while some more might open up if we, start to... like, if we just take a few days to do something or another, as the calendar goes on, some more might open up. I'd like to attempt to fight the Fire Lord. They might just wipe the party, but if that's the case, then I'll take a little bit of time and see if I can make anything to help with it. And if not, then that'll be too bad.
What is our destination?
But I think it's worth a shot, at least. The Fire Lord!
I wonder if I'll find something special. I'm so excited.
Hollowbel's up front, right? She's gotta be. Okay, perfect. Yep, she is. Alright. I'm ready. We're good to go anytime, Hollowbel. Got it. Here we go. Fire Lord, come out. I have something to talk about. Who calls to me? Oh, it's you again. Hey, don't say it like that. We'll beat you this time. Very well. Try as often as you like. Entertain me.
I'll show you my power!
This is a little bit scary. I don't know about this. Oh. Not at full health. Did she take some damage?
My special spell! Spirits, lend me your power!
I wish Escha could have gone a little bit earlier, but...
I'll show you my power! Huh?
Ooh.
Huh?
Oh, that's strong.
Firepower's overwhelming!
Flames scream forth!
Oh no, is that a counter? Alright, I'm gonna pop this elixir. Or actually, is there something I can use that'll give defense? Fire resistance up? Alright, I'll use the Goddess Shield to start. Oh no, but it just protects one target. That's not enough.
Use this!
Does each fight with the Fire Lord lower her HP? That might be the case, actually. Maybe she's going easy on us a bit.
I have you now!
Alright, the elixir was a good call. She's definitely resisting that a fair bit more.
Twins! Take them all away!
I'm gonna switch in Each time she has to face Hollowbel, she gets more and more intimidated. Maybe that's it, or maybe she's just tsundere. I think that she probably thinks Hollowbel is cute. I think she's probably like, oh, this puny mortal keeps trying to fight me. I'll go easy on her. I want to see her get a little bit farther. Nobody's entertained me like this in years.
Withdrawing for now. Let's do this.
Alright. This is so hard to attack with Escha. I'll just use double down with Logy.
An unconventional explosive. How's this?
Unleashing
down.
everything! This will be amazing. Prepare yourself.
Oh,
Flames scream forth!
that was really strong, actually. Stat buff was tricky. But she's almost down.
Time for a break!
I'll go. Did you think you could escape? Naive.
Here's a bonus! Yes!
I'll be going too.
Here's a bonus!
I'll sear you alive! Burn!
Oh, that was hard. Oh no! I don't really care for this. Well, it'll be alright.
This'll help.
Escha, eat this apple pie.
Did you think you could escape? Naive.
I'll show you the secrets of alchemy.
This is overkill, but I'm glad we were able to beat the Fire Lord.
What have you done?
Thanks for going easy on Hollowbel.
Yay! We won!
We did it! How's that? Yes, to think you could withstand my flames. Very well done, humans. So, you'll make the contract now? Very well. Now come forth, magician. Okay. The title of the stream is still Metaphor ReFantasio Demo. Oh, that's a pain. Thanks for pointing that out, Tristy. I will, well, hopefully nobody showed up here expecting to see Metaphor ReFantasio, and if you are here, I hope you're enjoying Atelier Escha Logy. You should play some of that too. By the name of Hollowbel Vol Urslade, Lord of Crimson Flames, hear my call! Magician of Ancient Blood, state your wish. It's my trick to get people to play Atelier. Maybe it'll work. I'll be playing Metaphor ReFantasio a couple days from now on Wednesday, though. if anyone wants to stop by. It's been a really fun time so far. But that's why the title's different. In accordance with this ancient contract, I ask you to lend me your strength. It is done. You, who have bested my trial, my flames shall always be with you. Aww. Is it over? Are you okay, Hollowbel? Hollowbel? I did it! I did it! I really did it! I'm the best! Did you see it? I made a contract with the Fire Lord. Wasn't it awesome? It was, though you kind of ruined the moment. Haha, well, good for you, Hollowbel. Yeah, I never thought I'd make a contract with a spirit that powerful. She's the best. It was so awesome. And I've never made such a formal contract before. I'm glad it's over. Wait, what? You say that like you've never made a contract before. Well, I have made a contract with the Wind Ruler in the past. But the Wind Ruler kind of made an exception for me and lent a little power. Not a full contract. There's a whole story behind that one. I decided to fix my mistakes and do it right this time, and I finally reached this point. What? But you always seemed like a proper magician before, Hollowbel. Aw, Escha. No, I finally started to realize that I still have a long way to go. Aw, Hollowbel, she's growing! Alright, now what spirit should I make a contract with next? We were here to help you this time, but we won't be able to help next time. Will you be alright? She's the best. She's absolutely the best. She's growing. She's gonna keep growing stronger. She's amazing. Yep, I'm totally thankful you helped me. Now I need to perform powerful contracts all by myself. Hollowbel's skill Wind Call has changed to Twin Call. Oh, that's nice. She actually got stronger. Alright, I want to get into a fight just to see... I just want to see her powerful new skill.
Let's get started. This investigation will be...
Oh, actually, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't hit them like that.
Vegetable. I prefer it raw. Take them all out!
You prefer vegetables raw? That's fine, I suppose. They're delicious that way, too. Perhaps it's strange, but I do prefer them cooked. Well... I guess with Escha, I should just defend, shouldn't I? Oh, interesting. I guess you can use that wait skill to just reorder your party without it, taking the time a turn usually takes. So... Twin Call.
My special spell! Spirits, lend me your power!
Alright, here they go. Oh, that's cute! Yeah, her skill really does, turn into both of them.
Here
Has
I
the wind
go.
and fire
Take
damage.
this. Yay! We won!
Assessment complete. All monsters have been defeated.
This looks like it could be useful. Let's put it in the basket. What could it be? All right.
right?
What could it be? Looks...
I'm gonna rearrange the party a little bit. I think that it would be helpful to be getting experience points for Rafer, since he's the last one of the original party members who hasn't got all his events yet. And then Michi as well. And Katla actually might be good now. She's at 60. Linka's good. I'll move Neo into the party too. Neo doesn't have any, like, special events, but I like it when she's in the party. Okay, well, that was the Fire Lord. I'll do a few more events before we stop for the night. So, see a little more about Threa. We didn't see a CG of her, so... Wow, that brings me back to life. Duke, give me another round. Sure thing, give me a sec. That voice... That was Miss Marion, wasn't it? Yeah, that's her. Should we go say hi? Oh, it's this one! It's this picture! Alright, one more toast to your finished thesis and to our ever-entwined fates! This picture! This picture! Have you seen this picture before? Marion, that's enough toasting, isn't it? I think you've had enough to drink. Quit being so stiff. I can enjoy the occasional glass of the good stuff. But I can't believe you'd be inviting me over for drinks, Threa. Is hell about to warm over tomorrow? Oh, she invited her over for drinks. They're entwine fates? They're entwining their fates now? Wow. Things are serious. I don't think we've gone out like this since we were together in Central City. They've gone out like this? They were together in Central City? For a while, you'd be asking me to come out with you once a week. I thought you were trying to date me. Hey, you can't let anyone at R&D know about that, you hear me? No way! What a development! Marion, Threa, Central City, Yuri? See, I decided that I gotta be the cool boss for all my little guys at the branch. You? Cool? Oh, don't make me laugh like this. My stomach hurts. Sorry, but I just don't think you're leader material. You're too short. You're too cute. I don't think you're leader material because you're just too adorable. It's too much. Other things. Now that's a low blow. Just because yours are huge, you want me to... Hey, Marion, that's not work appropriate. I'm glad none of your coworkers are here to see this. You turn vulgar when you're drunk. Oh, she turns vulgar when she's drunk. Marion, what a twist. Hey, unlike you, I'm not here by choice. You understand? Yes, I understand. There's such X's in this conversation. This is amazing. See, but I got no regrets. I didn't do anything wrong. Yes, that's right. They really are X's. Oh my gosh. What a twist. I'm glad we made it to this point. Huh? They're all too soft. None of them know the true stress of being a government worker. Eska's too soft and fluffy, and Luigi's got no ambition. I mean, they put in a lot of effort. As their boss, maybe I gotta give them a piece of my mind. Really? I think they're doing a lot more than you give them credit for. The Rhea is completely unfazed. She's definitely, like, making the active choice not to dub this scene in English. Such a missed opportunity. This is an amazing scene. It's truly a shame they didn't just dub this one. I feel like they should have dubbed, like, the big scene of all of the, like, character scenarios, because, like, they're really good, right? Oh, now this is new. What do you see in those two? Eska always tries her best at whatever she does. And you never get bored watching her. Logy isn't afraid to express his opinion, but in the end, he always takes consideration for others. You can't find alchemists who are that straightforward these days. You're lucky to have them with you. You're trying to snipe my henchmen. Well, you can't have them. That's unfortunate. They were a big help with my thesis. I thought we could continue to work together. Do my ears deceive me? Are you actually complimenting someone else? What happened? I don't know. Perhaps I've had a bit too much to drink myself. Oh, they're so cute. Eska always tries her best at whatever she does. That's why I asked her to be my maid. You know, Eska still hasn't put on the maid outfit yet. It was a while ago that Threa was like, hey, do you want to be my assistant and do my chores and clean my house? And Eska was like, it sounds like you want a maid rather than an assistant. But she didn't say no. She expressed interest. Maybe one day she'll wear the maid uniform. If she doesn't, I'll have to draw it myself. We should probably stay out of this conversation. If they find us, they'll tear us apart. At least Miss Threa and Miss Marion look like they're really enjoying themselves. So Threa completed her thesis, huh? Maybe we should celebrate with her sometime, too. Yeah, we should. They really look like they're having fun. It must be nice to have such a lasting friendship. Yeah, Eska, that's what was going on there. Well, they are friends. That was really good. I wasn't sure what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that scene with the two of them. Alright. See Katla's story now. Doing investigations sure is rewarding, isn't it? Sorry if this is a little bit of whiplash. There are new discoveries every time you go out, and it's so fun you don't ever want to stop. Isn't it? I really like this work too. I'm so jealous that you get to go to so many places and get paid for it. I can kind of understand how my parents enjoyed their business trips. Parents? Now that you mention it, have you ever thought of traveling with your parents? I always assumed she was like an orphan. They're off on business! Oh no! Poor Katla! I know they're off on business, and somebody has to watch the store, but you must get lonely sometimes. It's a little more complicated than that. I kind of feel like I'd be getting in their way. Aw, this is a little bit sad. I don't think you would. You always work so hard while you're investigating with us. That's not what I mean. My parents are, really lovey-dovey. But what? Yeah, even with their daughter right in front of them, they're all over each other. They do take good care of me, but they get even more heated up for each other. This sounds distressing. Well, that's quite a story. Yep, I think I'd get a little worn out being with those two on a trip for any length of time. So you let your parents be together while you mind the store for them. That's so thoughtful. Oh, it feels like a little bit of a painful situation. I see. So that's why you seem a little mature for your age. He told me all about how their romance started, too. When my dad opened the store, he hired my mom. And their working relationship quickly turned intimate. And they told you all that? Sounds like you had a rough childhood. But it does sound like a romantic story. I'd kind of like something like that too, Logy. Wait, I know a couple of people who had a very similar fateful encounter as well. Who are you talking about? Ooh, tell me. Sorry, my mistake. Aw, I wanted to meet the happy couple. I love this. They're so funny. Well, I doubt we would ever meet a couple as passionate as Gatla's parents. Yeah, I'm sure. Haha, he. They're so funny. Escha and Logy they're ridiculous. I love them. No. This guy, he never ever opened his shop. It was always closed every time we came by. Sorry, but my shop's closed today, and tomorrow, and forever. I'm out of business. Aww.
How long should I rest? Okay. How long should I rest? Okay, good night. How long should I rest? Okay, good night.
Oh, Escha. Are you turning in a report? Looks like you're working hard. Anything else? If there's anything you need, just ask.
Alright, that was fun. I imagine that there are probably some more, like maybe a few more events with Rafer and Michi, but potentially Katla as well. But other than that, I think that's the end of the side quests, at least as far as I can tell. And with that, I think that's a good conclusion point to Atelier Escha and Logy. I believe that I just saved the game, but... Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming by and watching. This is my first time streaming, or this has been my first time streaming anything really, but it's been really lovely getting to enjoy this story with you all. It's been a really wonderful game. I definitely fell in love with Escha and Logy's story. And at the same time, it was also really fun to be able to both play it and share it with you all. So, thanks for enjoying this story together. I'll probably play some other games in the future. I might skip a week or so, is at least my guess, just to give myself a bit of a break. Or at least I'm considering that. I might stream next week anyway. But my thought was that, well, I'm not sure what I'll stream next. I have a few ideas, but maybe I can just share them on... If I do, I'll probably share them on Blue Sky, and we'll see which one I end up going with, but if you have any thoughts on them, please feel free to share as well. Great, thanks again for stopping by. Perhaps I'll see you... I might see some of you on Wednesday for Metaphor Re Fantasio, and if not, then see you one day for another story. Alright, take care everyone. Is there a good song I could put on right now? Maybe... I'm gonna put on the Apple song. Thank you. And take care, everyone. If any of you are still around, I'm gonna do a raid for those who wanna stick around for another stream. If anyone I know is streaming anyway. Let's see. There's not a ton right now. I think I already did that one before, so it's a little bit quiet right now. Actually, maybe I won't send to a raid. I need to follow some more people. Well, that's fine. I'll just leave the rest of the song to play. But I'll see you all around.
なんだか意識がぼんやりかすんできたよ。私はそろそろ夢から覚めちゃうかもしれません。じゃんじゃん。